Hi guys, we're here in Fitness Factory Leicester, and it is quite breezy this morning. It's quite early, and I'm here. Mark Rawle, Rawle Energy PT, and I'm here with the lovely Tara Leigh to ask her some questions about her fitness journey and how she's finding things at the moment. Yeah. Good morning.
Morning.
You're good?
I'm cold, but it's all good. It's all good.
As we were just explaining, this is like first time I've done this, so it's going to be quite raw, and we're just going to try and make our way through it. I'm going to be fumbling through. You're going to fumble through back with me. It's all good. We'll make it work. All right. So, got a few questions for you. All right. Like I say, it was all around fitness, what you're doing, your life, and how you find things, and how you got to where you are right now, what you're currently doing, all kind of things like that.
Okay.
We'll work our way through. Okay, cool. So the first question I've got on the list is, what are you currently working towards in the gym?
So at the minute, I would like to compete again. So I did a competition last year, which was my first one.
Cool.
And I'm looking at doing a few next year.
What kind of competition though? What kind of?
Bikini competitions.
Okay.
Keeping it a bit on the low though next year, just to see what goes on.
Okay.
So at the minute, we've put the weight on. Currently just dropping a little bit, and then we'll push back up.
Okay, so in terms of
a bit of muscle.
In that process, just so you get a more of an idea, because obviously what we want to do is try and break it down so it's layman's terms, you know what I mean? So that we can get the people who don't really, because you're saying drop in and then putting on and whatever night might not sit with certain people. Can you break that down a little bit more?
So obviously the beginning of the year I went into off season, which means obviously I'm building muscle. We know what areas I needed to work on.
Okay.
So I was eating a lot of food. Okay. So my calories got up to 4,300 daily.
That's a lot, right? That's a lot, right?
It was a lot. By the end of it, I was literally blending it down to baby food. So it wasn't very nice. And that included one-off plan meal a week as well, which I can eat. I'm a girl that can eat, so it was like 3-course meals, tub of ice creams, but it just built my strength up.
But when you say you're eating loads of stuff, what is your diet looking like though? We'll go into that in it obviously, but is it because people can go and eat hella calories but eating chocolate bars?
No.
And that's what I mean. No. It's like you can build the calories, but it's what you put in there.
Clean food, so it consists of like bagels, veg, chicken, mince, eggs, yogurt, blueberries. It was all clean. Clean.
There you go.
Bit of dark chocolate thrown in.
Nice.
But obviously the off plan, I could kind of get away with ice cream, cake.
Okay.
But I'd never overdo it. Like I'm not gonna mess my journey up. Whereas now we're doing a mini cut, so my calories are currently on 2,300. So
what were they before? 4,000?
4,000, about 4,300.
Shit, and then now it's down to
2,300.
Okay.
My cardio through off season was at 20 minutes, and at the minute 60 minutes a day.
Really trying to burn.
Yeah, but we're dropping. I can feel it.
Next question. You choose this path.
So I'm going to be honest, and I'll open up probably more than I ever have to just help inspire people.
Mm-hmm.
I've been into fitness throughout my years, but never to the point of I had a goal. I used to go to the gym. I used to do a few stuff, and then I'd go and eat rubbish. Like I never had a goal. I never had people that believed me, and I never believed in myself. Life situations happen. I hit a very low mental health to the point where I did try and end my life. I'm not gonna I'll just be honest, but tried to end my life. Had no confidence, no belief, no nothing. So I needed to give myself a goal. And that goal was to get myself into something that I liked, which was fitness. Mm-hmm. I always wanted to compete, but again, people around me was like, you won't do it, you can't do it. So my belief in myself was just non-existent. So yeah, so I gave myself a goal, got myself into a gym, obviously signed up to my coach, and just the 3 years or the 2.5 years that I've been with my coach, just put myself first. The difference is just, and like it is hard, mental health is a big thing to me. Like I know people struggle to open up and stuff like that. So
just touching back on what you just said. You said about putting yourself first.
Yeah.
Okay. So the contrast in that would appear to me that you were putting others before yourself, to the detriment of yourself, and then you've made the conscious choice to put yourself first. And at what stage did you think to yourself, right, this is when, was it after the incident, or was it before, like, or during that whole period of time, or how long afterwards was it, like, because I mean, like, you've got imagine you probably, like I say, you decided to end your own life sort of thing. So, sorry to hear that, by the way, but obviously I'm glad that you've managed to push through that, and you're still here with us, you know what I mean? Which is all good. But then, like, how far after that was it to decide, right, bang, this is me, I'm going to concentrate on myself, and then what effect did that kind of have?
So the day that I attempted to take my life, I had a few people around me that was like, right, you need to just put you first. And at the time I was like, I can't. Like I do put a lot of people first, and I always have. But then it just kind of just thought, no, like you can't go on like this. I thought about family, friends, obviously nieces and nephews, and I just thought all I had in my head was like my parents, like going up to them, telling them like she's not here, and that was what got me through. So like I just did things that kind of I knew would just take me away from situations. I learned to say no, no matter what. If it didn't suit me, if it wasn't the right time, if I wasn't in a good place, I just learned to say no. I'd go for walks, music on, walks. Obviously COVID happened, lockdown happened. But that gave me that opportunity to have time to myself. So a lot of time to myself. So yeah, just walks. Not a lot of people know as well that I'm into writing. Yep. So I love just like putting music on, just getting deep in thought, like writing poems, like stuff like that.
That's what I was going to ask. I wasn't sure if it was stories or poems or lyrics and songs or whatever.
A lot of it was life related as well, but yeah, just kind of putting myself first. Like I'd never been someone that would go and do something by myself, never had the confidence. And when people used to say, oh, I'll go cinema by myself, I'd be like, what the hell? But I did it, and it was probably the best thing I did.
Empowering. It's empowering to go and do that, definitely. But it sounds like such a small thing, like say you go to cinema by yourself, but again, a lot of people, that sound like proper daunting. And what will you look like to other people? What will people think of you once you're there and whatever, and why is nobody with you?
And I was one of them. Like I used to look at people and be like, why are you on your own? Like, but after like hitting like mental health and stuff, it's something that a lot of people don't realise they need. Like just time to themselves, just do what they want to do. You don't need to be joining in with society all the time and going out and drinking and doing whatever. Like people need to just learn to like do what they want to do and just put themselves first. Like.
So you decided to go. Well, let's go into the next question actually, because the next question was obviously about what you just spoke about actually, but let's go on to the next one there. What's the best thing about working out for you?
Best thing is just liking myself is the main thing. Like, again, just the past situations with confidence and stuff, I've always had problems with self-image. I've always had problems with eating disorders, all of that. Like, but just the side of just looking at yourself, liking what you see, feeling confident in yourself. Also as well, just like you go to work, you've had a stressful day, you come to the gym, it's just like, it just helps. Like, it helps everything. It helps mindset so much. And I will always say that the gym was the thing that saved me. I'll always say that.
Okay.
So,
I mean, just you mentioned about the stress release side of gymming, how going to work, having a stressful day, coming out, and then just go. But there'll be a lot of people who go, I couldn't think of anything worse, and go and putting myself into the gym and doing that after I've had a stressful day. All I want to do is sit on the sofa, have my dinner, have a cup of tea, or have a drink or whatever, and then just do that, which is an easy thing to go and do. But I'll show you that you'd say that sometimes getting yourself, even when you're tired and stressed out and that, and getting yourself home and then be able to say, now I'm going straight from work straight to the gym, whichever way it works for you. Once you're here, or there, or wherever that may be, once you hit the gym and you get to work on your plan or whatever you go and doing, it doesn't have to be for that long. It doesn't have to be for that long that you go and do it. It's just as long as you just really lift something, like get something heavy, lift it, do it a few times. It's just
even if like just come in, going on the treadmill, like doing a class, like just doing something, it helps massively.
I don't think I've come across many people who have gone to a gym session and finished and said, "Oh, I feel horrible for doing that." They might get achy feelings and stuff like that, or if they're not doing it right, they might get a little injury, maybe. But other than that, in general, just leaving the gym afterwards, go, I hated that, it was horrible, I feel terrible for doing that. No, I don't really hear that often.
You're not always going to be motivated. No. Like, I'm not always motivated. Like, some days I could happily just lay in bed and not get up, but I prefer to have a routine. I think getting up, getting something done, puts you in a better mindset for the day. You've hit some goals, like even just little steps. Just go for like a 10-minute walk or just something.
We've got mental health. You tell me mental health then versus now. Where were you then? And then could be whenever you think want to speak about, and then to where you are now. So go.
Okay. So mental health was very bad, like very, very bad.
How long ago are we talking now?
So you're talking probably 3 years. And 3 years ago was when I was at my lowest. There were situations leading up to that, life situations, that just all just gathered up. Obviously, something happened. It was a last straw. Being honest, like obviously I said, did try and end my life. I would also go on walks and just get like, you'd walk. It's deep, like mental health is deep, and that's what not a lot of people know. So I'd go on a walk, I would get thoughts of like the bridge that I was going over, thoughts like that, just like it's very, very deep. And again, no belief, literally I had no purpose. I literally had no purpose. I was lost. I was nothing. But now, like, my confidence is the highest it's ever been. Relationship with food is the best it's ever been. Relationship with myself, just everything. Like, people see me now that knew me back then, and I'm a completely different person.
Yeah.
I still have probably.
When you say different person, is it a different person like physically, or just when they interact with you, they feel that you're a different person? Which way?
A bit of both, like physically, but I like mentally, just on a complete different level. Like, I still have the hard day where I probably self-sabotage or I get in my head, but it's nothing compared to like how it used to be. And I can switch out of it so quick. Like, I'll say to myself, right, I wake up and I think, so what, it's just not a good day. I'll go for a walk, I'll do something, it's gone. Like, it's just something I know I can work on.
Well, that's the main thing I think with that, is you still, so you're not completely like free of negative thoughts, or no, you're not, But what you've done is you've managed to build in a mechanism which helps you get out of that mindset. So you put that work in to go and to be able to line yourself up again and get yourself back on track and to whatever it is. And like you mentioned going for walks.
Yep.
What are the kind of things work for you?
Like sometimes as well, I think it can be a lonely journey. Like, but you've got to learn to just be you and just focus on you. Like, I lost a lot of friends throughout. I've gained a lot as well. But I know who like helped me through and things like that. So just like coming gym, going for a walk, reading, writing, music's one. I'm not one to watch telly though. I'm not one to watch telly.
A little bit of TV, you know, key to get into, but you know.
Can't watch the telly. I can't sit and watch the telly. Cinema, yeah, but yeah, I can't sit and watch telly.
Okay, that's all right.
But yeah, it's literally, you've got to learn to say no to social situations. If you don't want to go, don't go. You've just got to learn to just realise that you just need that time to just build yourself up, put yourself first, and just work on your goals.
But I'll ask you this, because I know that probably some people listening to this might be thinking it the same. But what would you say to the people who would say that everything that you're talking about with regards to yourself and saying no to things and not going wherever, that you basically don't sound like you have any joy and you don't do anything fun, you haven't got anything going on that's fun for yourself or anything like that? What would you say to that? Because like people's fun would be going to the pub, might be going out clubbing and game nights with their friends and stuff like that, going out for meals and food and all kinds of things like that. But like you're saying just say no to all of that. Is that what you? Because I
just feel like some people feel pressured that they've got to do it.
Yeah.
Get invited to something, they've got to go. If you're not having a good day or your mindset's not on a good level, you're not going to go and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, it took me a long time to just say no to things, and whether it's saying no and sitting at home by myself, that's fine, because at that time that's what I needed to do. I'm not going to go and pretend I'm happy when I'm not.
But even down to like, all right, suppose you're out, you are having a good time, you're having a drink, you're having a laugh, whatever, but the following day you're feeling like shit, you feel really wounded and this, that, the other. Is that something that you recognise? Like, I realise how this makes me feel afterwards, not necessarily in the moment. Because again, you talk about a scenario where you're out with people or you're doing something and you're not enjoying yourself in the moment, but you stay because you feel you're obligated to stay. But what I'm saying is you are having a good time, you're out and this, that, the other, but it's the following day. But then you know what you're going to feel like the following day. Is how easy is it, or how hard is it for you to say no to not going out and enjoying yourself then? Even though you know the following day is going to be a tough recovery, or I say following day. Getting older right now. Now the following day lasts a few days. You know what I mean? Probably a week to get it over.
I mean, I've said you can. Obviously, I've said yes to going out. I don't need to drink. I don't need to, like, food-wise as well. Obviously, I find it hard sometimes to go out and enjoy food because I don't want to enjoy the food you're going at. I can have it, but I choose not to have it. I've been to meals, I've took my own food. I've asked the place to warm it up, that's fine. My friends are eating a burger, I've got my chicken and rice, it's fine, it's fine. I'm still there. But it's just, you've got to do what you need to do. Like, I've been out and I've got absolutely...
Wait, I need to see that somewhere. I need to go out and what's it with a Tupperware and pause that. Goes, can you heat this up for me? Oh, mate, I'd love to see that. I need to see that. I haven't seen it. I need to see that though. That's jokes.
I carry my food everywhere. It's fine. My food's here now, so.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Here we go. What, if any, barriers have you faced in your fitness journey? Whether that's gyms you've attended, other women, men, family, friends, what kind of barriers that you have to deal with and whatever. And also then how you overcome them.
So there's always going to be life situations to anyone that you think this has happened, it's going to it's going to stop you from achieving something you want to achieve. But you've got to work around it. So last year I did my first competition in September. So last September I did my first competition. The March before that, so I found out the family member wasn't very well, didn't have long to live. July, they passed away. So July, I was on prep. It was hard. I was hungry. I was tired. And I'd admit to anyone, I was struggling. I was climbing stairs for 60 minutes, just crying. But I knew my end goal, and that's what I got to keep in mind. And all I had was to make that person happy, well, proud. I know they were proud anyway, and even now to this day, when I do my posing, it's to the same song that is linked to that person, because it's just, I want to make the people proud. I want to, it's just.
No, I hear you. Definitely
doing
hear you.
that. Like, I had an operation about 2 months ago. I was told in the hospital I couldn't train for 6 to 8 weeks. I just looked at them and was like, no, that's not going to happen. So I was like, I can do leg day. It's fine. I do leg day for how long. I couldn't lift a weight, really. I did struggle. Couldn't do triceps, biceps, upper body. My strength obviously dropped a little bit, but I still went to the gym every day, still did my cardio. I worked around it, and I think it's just finding, instead of thinking negative about a situation, just think the positives. Like,
what can I do?
What can I do? Not, I can't do this. What can you do? And there's always something you can do.
100%.
Even if it's like just dropping the weight, doing a bit of cardio, whatever, there's still something that will help you.
Yeah, definitely. Sounds good. So we did that one. Okay. What kind of diet are you on? You've already mentioned about the food, that you got your chicken and rice always with you, there ready to go. What are you going through?
Well, at the minute I'm just moaning because I'm hungry. So
well, let's put it into perspective. You're prepping though. You're doing the whole
mini cut at the minute. So obviously it's no food. I'm not one to deal with hunger. I'm really bad with hunger. I just moan. Like, it's just, But other than that, like, again, it's just like eggs, bagel. I try and, at the minute, I have a lot of veg. Salad. It's just carbs, obviously proteins, your fats. It is like, when you do drop food in calories, it's hard to not want chocolate, especially with it being around. Like, it's so hard. But after a few weeks, you kind of push by it, and it just gets easier. Like,
wait, so there is a time you can push by this chocolate
after
thing?
A few weeks.
I am a chocolate fiend, and I've recently had to start cutting out chocolate, like, all my life. That's it. And I'm still struggling now to say no to chocolate. I've literally have one.
There's been rare occasions I've just looked at chocolate, or I've opened this fridge and there's chocolate in there, and I just stare at it, and I'm just like, just close the fridge and just walk away. It's fine. It's fine. Like, I had family down on Friday, and the food just was like, oh my God. But I'm also one of those people that if I can't have it, I do buy it for other people. So, like, at work, when I was on prep, I'd buy my friends like food just to watch them eat it. And I was like, oh my God. But again, I watch food programs that gets me through.
Listen. You told me this the other day. Well, I overheard it the other day, right? Break this one down. This is bananas to me, but go and hit me. Go on, say what you do.
So when my food is low, I will watch food programs. Great British Bake Off, like, just food that I can't have. I scroll, like, food just constantly. Like, food. It's just food focus. But for some reason it helps. It's fine. It's all good.
Yo, again, whatever works for you, whatever gets you through. So that's your diet. Just on that, what's the difference with so this is just specific to your goals, what you want to try and get to. Outside of competition sort of thing, what would your food be like then? Would you still be strict with it, or are you just gonna, would you kind of blow up, or
Just so obviously I've been with my coach for 2.5 years. Before that, I did go through eating disorders, so calories was a big thing for me.
Okay.
Like, I was so scared to eat. I went days eating probably one meal. I was under the hospital for mild anorexia.
Okay.
So I've been on the bigger side. I've also been on the anorexic side. So calories was a big thing. So obviously joining the coach, we went straight into a prep for a photo shoot. That's fine. I'm not eating a lot. I'm losing weight. I was happy. The minute, obviously, my calories then started going up was a big thing. Like, I would cry so much.
Did your coach know about that at the time?
Yeah, like, obviously, I'm very open. I'm a very open person. And I'm not going to lie, like, even now, like, obviously, I'm in such a good place with it.
Yeah.
Like, I was eating 4,200 calories. But sometimes when I do go out for food, I will still look at calories on the menu. Like, it still hits me a little bit, but I just try and push by it. Like,
how does that play in your mind with obviously your past history in terms of and your relationship with food, body image, I'd imagine as well. You're slamming in 4,300 calories, right? And then having to now look at your new body and the work you do with your new body, what you've got. How's that playing? Can you see yourself that you're looking? Can you judge yourself that you're looking well, or do you have to get your coaches or other people to remind you that you're actually doing well? How are you feeling?
So at the end, obviously, I've been doing the mini cut for 8-9 weeks, I think. I don't even know. But before that, I hit my heaviest weight I've ever been in my life.
Okay.
So I was nearly at 70 kg, which to me was a big thing. And when my coach said to me, we're going to hit 70 kg, I think I about cried. I was like, oh my God. But it's the best I've looked. It's the best I've felt. Like, it took me a long time to get there.
How long did it take you to recognise that it's the best you felt?
A long time.
A long time. Initially you felt, tell me the words that were flowing through your mind at the time when you hit 70. Give me them words.
I was still looking in the mirror and thinking, like, I don't like using the word fat. It's not fat. But
use the words. Hit them. What was playing in your mind? Don't
so I'd look in the mirror. I would look at areas, because I carry a lot of weight, more in my lower. So I was looking at areas and I was like, oh, I've got a bit of cellulite. I'm getting this, I'm getting that. Obviously, I'd then text my coach and have a meltdown, like, whatever. But I think having the right people around you, you're going to have you're going to look at yourself throughout any part of the journey because you just want the best. Whereas having the right people around you, like, I'm not one to take compliments very well either.
There you go.
But having people around you giving you those compliments really helps. Like, I never ever thought people would look up to me and be like, you inspire me, like, all of this. I was like, the last few weeks has just been overwhelmed. Like, I've had girls coming up saying about how I look, like, just like, and it's just, I never ever thought I would be that person. But
I'm going to ask, this isn't on the questions here, but in terms of that, what you just mentioned about girls coming up to you and complimenting you, whatever, face to face, right? Not just online sort of thing. Because how regular does that happen, or how frequent or how unusual is that for that to happen for a female to come to another female and say,
I've never had it. I never had it in my life till like recently, obviously throughout this journey. Because I never had any confidence, I would never approach people and be like, oh, you look amazing. Like, I'd never talk to anyone anyway. I just have my head down. Whereas now I've been in this journey, I find it easier to just go up to someone or message someone, and just, because I know just the slightest compliment makes someone's day. Like,
definitely.
It just changes, like, it just makes you think about stuff. Like, you can put yourself down so much.
So just picking out of that, it sounded like once you felt confident, you were able to now give confidence to other people. So, reversing that, if you struggle, you can see something and you think that's all right or that looks good. If you don't feel you don't want to give that compliment, then it's more that you're less confident in yourself. That's probably the reverse. It's more yourself that's less confident in that. But no.
But as well, like, you look at yourself every day. You do see the changes because you're looking at yourself every day. Sometimes it's hard to see things what others see. So yeah, it's just, and I love when you get like women supporting other women. Like, just makes you
interesting. What kind of that? Okay. Do you currently work as well? What kind of hours do you do in relation to, and how does that impact your training?
So I work with children.
Okay.
My shifts are varied. So Sundays I could do 8-5, I could do 8-6, I could do 9-6. I am someone that likes routine. Like, I just feel completely lost if I've not got a routine. And I just find it easier. So I get my shifts a week before. I then look at my shifts, see what days I'm going to have my rest days if the long shifts at work. But at the minute with the 60 minutes cardio, I set my alarm for 4:45. Every morning, my alarm's set for 4:45. In my head, I need to go and do my cardio before work, so I'm not going to have time after. So I'll go to the gym. I get to the gym at 5:30. I do an hour's cardio. I then shower, whatever else, go to work. I get changed at work, and then I go straight to the gym. There's no going home. If I go home,
it's a write-off. It's done.
Going to sit.
Done.
My food's prepped, so I prep my food on a Sunday, and then I prep my food on a Wednesday.
There you go. Okay.
It's done. You've not got to faff around prepping every day, every night. Your food's done.
Sorry. Again, I bet we all know what prep means, but break that one down. What do you do?
So on a Sunday, I will cook all my food for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I weigh it out.
Yeah, weigh it out.
Containers, take it to work, take it to the gym. I carry my food everywhere. And then again, Wednesday, I do it for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I'll always do it for the weekends as well, even though I could do it on the day. But sometimes I just think it's so much easier to have it there and then. Like, it's ready. So that's my routine. So no matter what I've got going on, so last weekend I went to watch a show. I got up at 4 a.m. I needed to go and train. I needed to do cardio. Needed to start the steps. In my head, I go and do that because I know I'm going to go and watch that show. I'm going to be sat down a lot. So it's done. It's just easier. It doesn't sound it, but once you get into that routine and things, it does get easy.
So the reason for prepping is mainly to keep track of what is actually going into your body, how much, and you know the numbers, and if you got that, you can stick to it and everything.
And if I'm hungry, it takes 2 minutes in the microwave, not 10 minutes to cook, so it's a bit quicker.
Oh, there you go, time as well. Wow. So saving time, convenience as well.
Probably in the microwave longer than it lasts, but it's fine.
Hoovering it down afterwards with that, yeah.
That's fine.
Last question on this now. So when you're training, what music are you listening to? What's pumping in those headphones? What gets you? Is it like one particular playlist that goes all the time, or is it a genre, or what is it? What do you need?
So my music just is random as hell. Okay. So as well, it depends what mood I'm in. Sometimes I will listen to like old school R&B because the words are quite meaningful. Whereas nowadays music is not kind of meaningful.
Yeah. Old school R&B.
So old school R&B. I like music that has meaning or things like that. Like, I can't be doing with shouty music and all of this. So it just depends what kind of music. Like, if I'm going to go heavy, there's always one song that I will listen to. which is Eminem. It's called Higher.
Okay.
So I'll always put that on if I'm about to do a personal best. I don't know why. It was just a song that came on once, and every time now I just put that on. But yeah, it just depends what mood I'm in. To be fair, obviously I've joined Fitness Factory about for a month now. I've been Fitness Factory, and I don't tend to have headphones in a lot when I'm training. I just think the vibe is something that is right. I don't need music in to be pushing. There's the right people, the right music. I'll put it on when I'm doing cardio because I'll watch a film or something like that. I'll watch something. But yeah, at the minute I don't always have the music on. But when I do, it just depends what mood I'm in. But not like newer music. Newer music's okay, but it's not something I'll jump straight to.
Oh, there you go. No, that's good, man. That's good. I think I'm more when I'm going hard, I want a quick track to put on. It's the Neo Jungle is the tune that kind of gets me because it's got a good bass on it, and it's like just like, and it just gets you go like close your eyes, go. That's for going for heavy stuff.
I like feel good music as well. Like I love Afro beats and stuff like that. I don't know. It just gets happy music.
Yeah. Good vibe.
Like a lot of that. But yeah.
Cool. Well, that's the end of the questions. Thank you for your time. How did you find it?
It's better than I thought. I was actually nervous. Like I still get anxious sometimes. Still get nervous. But yeah, it's fine. I just feel like sometimes it's nice to get a story out there because I think some people look at me and think I find it easy, or I've always found it's not the case. I've dug deep. I've literally dug deep to get to where I am now.
Well, congratulations on hopefully continue your journey. Do you want to put what your social media so people can tag in and possibly follow your journey and see where you're at? So my Instagram is Tara_Leigh_kiss. Okay.
But yeah, follow. Feel free to message. Absolutely fine.
Questions as well. Ask some questions or whatever. Where you're at. Thank you, Tara, for your time.
You're welcome.
And been keeping you from your gym session, and I'll let you go get with that. All right.